Here's where we're at with the drivetrain. What we originally had thought about using was a piece of PVC, yeah, you know, PVC. And here's the hub that I'm going to use. Um, this interior diameter of the hub is too small for the PVC. So what I ended up doing was grinding it down and grinding it down, and it ended up to fit in here really nice and stuck. I mean, like really nice. But then, as you saw in earlier videos, that this PVC is just not strong enough to support the unit. So what we had to do was go with the metal. So now we have another problem. Here's this piece of scrap metal, EMT, and here's the center of the hub, and this one is just a little bit too loose. So a couple options here. What I was thinking about doing was losing the back of the hub, take these out. It would have a much larger opening in here then, unfortunately. But what I would do is maybe fabricate a piece of metal to go over top of this thing, something that would fit on here and hold it. It might have a little bit of a wobble. I like the fact that this is pretty thick, deep. So we're going to stay with this. I'm going to build this out, maybe the pipe with an inner tube, I think. We'll slip that in there, make that kind of snug, and then probably going to pin it, or drill a hole through here and into the pipe, and then that'll stop it from moving around. That's the plan. We're going to see how that works out. Alright, now we're running it at 5 volts. And I think we're going to be able to do it. The only problem I'm actually seeing is that, remember, if you do remember one of my other videos, this chair was a prototype chair. It's a little bit heavier than every one of them. So you can see when it comes down, it speeds up. But the motor has a little bit of trouble getting it back up and over again. So I guess I'm going to make another trip to the store, get some more lumber, make a new chair for that, and hopefully that'll equal out the weight. But otherwise, yeah, see, it's just that one chair is just a little bit too heavy. It's just bogging it down a little bit too much. So once it comes down, it'll swing around, and so we're going to make a new chair. But proof of concept works. We're getting there. So I decided the chain drive may give me some issues, and decided to go with the direct drive unit. So I'm going with my old wiper motor. We're going to fabricate a bracket out of some shim metal, and here you see a picture of how it is. That's going to fit right over top of the EMT. Here's a little proof of concept that we're going to try. We go back to my old favorite wiper motors. I just fashioned up some a clamp out of some scrap shim metal, and just for giggles, and see how it worked out. This may be the way to go, other than the chain sprocket. Still running a little bit too fast. That's running on 5 volts. They're running a little bit too fast. I got a PWM on order, so hopefully it's supposed to come in next week sometime. So we'll cut it back then. But a little more trial and error stuff. Wasn't real happy with the bracket we made. It was a little sloppy. So I went to the store, got a piece of plumbing fixture. What it is an end cap to a 3/4 inch. It's threaded. We drilled it out, we notched it out, fits over the wiper motor spindle real good and sturdy. So we're going to give it a shot. So here we have another take on the drive mechanism. I guess this is take 3. Went back to the wiper motor. Don't be too concerned about the motor box. We're going to have to rework this whole thing. But what I did was I got a plumbing fixture, piece of PVC, 3/4 inch, threaded, bolted the thing to the motor, drilled a couple holes, put the little thing in there. We're gonna maybe put a screw in there later on, but very happy with the way it works. Very happy. Very little slippage, if any. It actually is driving really good. That piece fits over top of the 1/2 inch EMT very snug. So running 5 volts. Speed's not bad. I think it's going to slow down a little bit once I put all the bearers on there, and if not, I could probably even live with this one. Again, the PWM is on order, so what we're going to do is we're going to run it at 12 volts, give it a little bit more torque, and dial it down with the PWM. When it comes in, we'll see how that works out. But so far, I'm kind of liking this idea. It's a direct drive. The chain drive was nice, but I think it was going to be a problem with the setup and tear down all the time, just getting it all lined up really nice. Again, this is pretty much just all fabbed up, prototyping, proof of concept, whatnot. We're going to have to tear most of this apart and fix some things here and there. Gonna have to tear it apart to paint anyway, so. But we're coming along. Very pleased. Look at how pretty that is. Testing with a couple of bears on the chairs. So far, I'm really liking it. It's really coming along pretty good. There's another shot of the bears on it. Well, it's been running for about 15 minutes non-stop with no kinks. So I think we're coming down the home stretch with this thing.